I am very sleep deprived right now, so let's play Invisible Ink. A game that's apparently quite taxing on the brain. I think this is the game they advertised this month with. So, in theory, it should be a good
best game.
Yeah, it should be. And I've heard really good stuff about Invisible Ink. So, and I like its title.
The makers of it as well, they're known for not making bad games.
Well, that is good.
Have you heard about the apparently Resident Evil 7 is gonna be like returning to how Resident Evil 1 was, where it's not just action.
Yeah,
There's
more horror.
Really good.
Yeah, I've heard really good stuff. I've not played any the demo, but
I've not played the demo since the original version was released. I've not played any of the updated demo since the one that me and Siobhan streamed.
Yeah. But
it was kind of the same as Sun and Moon. I didn't want to learn anything about it until it's out. I want to experience it all for myself for the first time.
Operator, we have a delicate situation here. Decker found himself some trouble on his day off. Something involving a
yeah, I've heard good stuff about it.
After such indiscretions, but this time FTM
and it seems like,
drop on him.
you know, I think it's getting a lot of goodwill as well because it's kind of doing what Silent Hills was like looking like it was going to do, and like bring like the classic survival horror style, give it a modern twist.
I feel like survival horror these days needs to be first person because there's more you can do suspensefully in first person that you can't do in third. Like in third person, it's too easy to cheat and kind of peek a little bit around the corner, or like see if something's directly behind you.
Yeah.
But like, what game was it where it's first person and there's a part where it says turn around?
Bright eyes.
Was that the PT demo?
The one for Silent Hills?
Yeah.
Might have been. PT's the one where you like basically you walk around in circles.
Oh, it was the guy on the radio is the one that does it because he says turn around at one point, and like if you were in a third person game, it'd be easy to just sort of like spin around and not care because you could look behind you with the camera. But in a first person game, you can't do that. You have to turn yourself around. I have no idea what this game is.
On the hallway. You'll have to manually check for
what? So it's like a grid movement game.
Yeah, like
XCOM.
Yeah, I was gonna say like an isometric XCOM, which I guess is just regular old XCOM, but
yeah,
you're a spy.
It's unlocked. Get him out.
It actually looks like a really neat game.
Decker's tools should be in that safe. He'll need his neural.
I keep getting distracted by the Zubaz fucking placement because I keep looking at it like Stuart's not being sponsored. Why do I keep looking at that?
But here's the thing: it's effective sponsor because you want a pair now, don't you?
Only with which to hang myself.
It still counts.
Fair enough. Then yes, your advertising has worked perfectly.
So
another slow day, says the guard.
I just got a neural disruptor. Neural disruptors replace a person's thought with sparkly lights for a limited time.
Wow.
Good.
My favorite.
In short, we knock them out. So this is sort of like a stealth tactical game, so from what I can see right now, and I'm okay with that.
Well, you have a lot of history with stealth games.
That's right. I've played Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid, Get Fit with Mel B. Metal Gear Solid 2.
No, that was a game, wasn't it?
What?
The Mel B one.
Yeah, for the PlayStation Move.
But I mean, like, do you think any game does stealth better than Metal Gear?
I'm sure some do. I think it depends on what you're into, like, because like Metal Gear is like stealth, but there's also a decent amount of action within the stealth. Like you shoot guards without them, like in the head with tranquilizers and stuff like that. Whereas you've got like Hitman style stealth. That's hard to say. Where it's all about like, you know, again, you're knocking people out without anyone noticing, but they also like stealing their clothes.
Yeah,
I've never played Hitman.
If one game that I can think of can match, if not beat Metal Gear for stealth, it's Hitman, and I think that's because it's designed in a way that you can do every Hitman level ever created. You can do without like raising alarm.
Yeah.
Like you can stealth your way through the entirety of it. Like there are some situations where obviously you can't. Like just storyline wise, he's in a room and people know he's there.
Mm-hmm.
But once you escape from those people, it's easy to just vanish, and then you can play through the whole thing without ever getting caught. And you can do it without killing anyone other than your intended target as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Metal Gear was a completely different beast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I feel like Metal Gear, especially like the older ones on maybe the PS1, PS2 and stuff, taught an entire generation of people how to outsmart a computer with things that like you could use in any game nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it had things that obviously only Metal Gear has. Oh, I hiccuped and it hurt. But like, also the thing about Metal Gear is all their characters are really iconic.
Yeah, like
fucking like the most well-known ones, like Snake. And Snake.
Yeah, and also Snake.
Oh shit, I forgot about Snake.
Because, you know, there's three Snake.
Mm-hmm.
There's three Snakes, because there's Solid. These are the one you play as, and then there's Liquid. And then there's Solidus. But also Big Boss was Snake. And actually Raiden was Snake before they changed his code name to Raiden. So technically there's 5 Snakes. And then like, the Cobra unit, they're all Snakes, because of the Cobra unit, that's like 10 Snakes. There's 10 Snakes!
There's too many snakes. The snakes are here.
But, sorry, go on.
Like, I don't know, it must be a Kojima thing. To just be able to create a thing and everyone's like, this is good.
Camera compromised. Its eyes are ours now. Let's keep moving.
Because, I don't know, like, you've had way more experience with Metal Gear than I have, but has there ever been a really bad one?
Well, a lot of people, especially at the time, did not like Metal Gear Solid 2. Because you don't get to play as Solid Snake, and he didn't tell anyone, because that's the theme of the game, and it was actually kind of clever, but obviously people were too busy
whining.
Yeah, because the whole point, like, part of the point of the game is that, you know, it's totally easy to control information and stuff, and he kind of did that by controlling information about the game, like, because every single like screenshot from the game, technically kind of false advertising in a way, but had every single screenshot was from the first section of the game where you play as Snake. But
so it wasn't false advertising so much as it was selective advertising.
Yeah, and that's kind of like in the game, it's all about like how, this is spoilers by the way for a game that's 15 years old, but just in case.
Good maths.
Yeah, but just in case, if anyone's not playing Metal Gear Solid 2, it's actually very worth playing. But yeah, the Patriots select which information they want in the public and delete everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So Kojima sort of did that with his advertising. And, it could have been completely coincidental. But...
with him, it couldn't be.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't leave shit like that to
That
chance.
guard doesn't look like he's moving. Let's give him a reason to, shall we?
But, like, I don't know.
You see that?
Because I had Snake
All right,
Eater.
he's coming.
The best one,
Is
yeah.
ready for him.
Mm-hmm. And I believe I still have it somewhere in this very room. I just don't have a thing to play it on because I don't own a PS2 at the moment. But like I remember playing it and getting stuck, like God knows where. I just remember that I was stuck on it,
Mm-hmm.
and it was one of two games that I
Nice
was like,
work. We're
fuck this,
almost
I'm not
there.
gonna bother playing it
Keep
then
out
because I
of
can't
sight
get
and we
past
should be able
this.
to get out of there in one piece.
The other one being Kingdom Hearts 1.
Ooh.
And it's one of two games that after I said I wasn't going to go back to it, I didn't for a fair while, but then after I did and I was older and understood it better, I fucking loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, obviously because of bias, I'm obviously going to put Kingdom Hearts over Metal Gear Solid as my favorite. But
Hold up.
even
Cognizant
playing it, I was like,
danger
this
around the next
is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And there was nothing else like it, at least that I had on the PS2, because the other games I had were like Underworld, which was not actually a bad game. That Kingdom Hearts, and there was something else, and it was terrible. I think it was called Eden. Like.
We should have
No, I
enough
don't know.
power
I
left
loved
for
Snake
Cognizant to
Eater a
bypass
lot.
that hardware.
Yeah, it's still my favorite game of all time. Like, I've not played a game. Like, even Phantom Pain, gameplay-wise, better than Snake Eater. Everything else-wise, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
And, because, like, the biggest complaint I have with Phantom Pain is that the story is, for a good portion of the game, like, you'll play, like, because it's open world, you'll play, like, I don't know, maybe like 8 hours of the game, then you got some story, and it'll be like a cutscene, and then you play another 8 hours, and then you get a cutscene, and they never feel like it's like developing into a story. It just feels like a selection of cutscenes. And there's a couple of story arcs, and they just kind of end. Like, there's not like a big oh yeah moment. It just sort of ends. It's mainly because Konami and Kojima fell out and he wasn't allowed to finish the game.
Which is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
That guard is wearing
But,
armor.
you know,
Be
I think
careful. The disruptor won't
we
work.
all know that Konami is Konami and Konami is the worst, so...
Mm-hmm. And we all know that Kojima's Kojima, and Kojima.
But his new game is looking interesting. You still there?
What?
Say, are you still there?
Yes.
Alright. But, what am I trying to do here? But yeah, Death Stranding is looking pretty interesting, even though we know nothing about the actual game yet. So...
I'm tentative about it, but in the good way.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to get hyped for it,
That's fair.
but that's because, like, I don't know if I'm the only person that does this, right? But I did it for Sun and Moon, and I'm doing it at the moment for that. I've been doing it with Kingdom Hearts, like so many things actually. And what I'll do is I won't get hyped for the game even after it's released. I'll only get hyped the moment I own it and start playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I'm like, because I feel like if I get hyped for something, like I've done it before where I got prematurely hyped for a game and I didn't actually get the game for a considerable amount of time after it had come out. And I felt like I'd sort of worn myself out on being hyped for it. So when I was playing it, I was like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
But now that I've learned the lesson to not get myself excited till I own it, it's so much more interesting because I'm like, while I don't have it, I'm not like, oh my god, I wish I had it. But then as soon as I get it, I'm like, okay, I've got it. Remain calm until you can play it. And it's like, I did it with Overwatch as well, actually. Everyone's like, oh my god, Overwatch is 3 days away. I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I had it on pre-order and it was pre-downloaded and everything. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. As soon as the last, the last bite of the download had done and the game started up, I was like, oh my god, Overwatch. And that's when I let myself go, and it was the greatest thing.
Yeah. I am going to play on beginner mode just to begin with, but looking at this options, you can customize the campaign pretty...
This is amazing.
Yeah. Like, I can...
Guards per level, additional KO time, alarm guards,
the additional
guard KO.
The additional KO time ranges
Demon quantity.
Goes from -1 to 0, +1, +2, +4, +99.
Jesus Christ. what are Daemons? Guards per level, more.
Daemons installed onto devices. I guess that's some sort of like virus type thing. I don't know.
Ah, right.
But yeah,
I've never ever seen this much like tweakability in a campaign before.
Yeah. I can even like choose how long. Like, I think there must be a time limit type thing.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like a time trial.
No, like, so like campaign hours, it sort of works the same way as like the newer XCOM games where like you can keep playing, but eventually you'll hit a point where an event will happen and you have to go and do a mission because you've hit like a certain time.
Oh, kind of like what the first Dead Rising did.
Yeah.
Where it's like you had a finite amount of time to do everything, but then afterwards you could unlock like the endless version where you could just stay there.
Yeah. You can
That is cool.
You can do endless on here, but it doesn't unlock the final mission.
Ah, right.
Speaking of Dead Rising, have you seen any of the new Dead Rising 4?
No, I honestly haven't looked into much of the new games that are coming out.
Yeah, well, it's an Xbox One exclusive right now, so it's...
Well, no point in me looking at it then, because I don't have of those.
Yeah, but they've taken away the time limit.
Oh, thank God. Have they taken away, because I loved Dead Rising 2, but goddamn, having to run back to your daughter a pumper full of fucking meds was annoying.
I think 4 is a reboot, so I don't think anyone requires upgrades. I don't know. I've only seen a little bit of the game, and it's still open world. It's still in a mall. You can still do whatever you want. There's just no time limit, which honestly, I'm okay with. Unfortunately, it is an Xbox One exclusive.
Mm-hmm. I saw a tweet about it. That somebody was like, my favorite thing about it was the Christmas music that played, apparently.
Yeah, it's set at Christmas time.
Oh, good. And their least favorite thing, which was a minor note, was that the voice actor or something's changed.
Yeah, Frank West is no longer voiced by, he's now kind of voiced by a more generic guy. and he looks more generic,
Extraction.
which is a shame because his original face is hilarious.
He kind of had a very Dan Aykroyd kind of a face, I guess,
Yeah.
or voice even. He was a very Dan Aykroyd character anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, I still need to finish Dead Rising 1 on the PS4. I was having a lot of fun with that.
That game does not end.
Well, you know what I mean, like,
Got work to do.
you know what I mean, get the platinum. Like, I never, but I was on like, I was in our day 2. Was never very good at Dead Rising 1 at all.
Yes, same.
Dead Rising 2 was easier.
The only good part about Dead Rising, well, the only part of Dead Rising 1 that I was good at was where you have a football and you kick it at people.
Yeah,
I was good
the
at that.
soccer ball is
Operator,
the
ready.
most powerful,
Good.
overpowered weapon for what it is in the game. Because it will kill about up to about 10 zombies all at once. But it's a football.
Yeah, I used to love going to the guitar shop and then just wasting all my time killing people with guitars outside.
She's got 72 hours.
Yeah.
We need to mount
Oh,
it.
like there's
We may
that
as
one
well just
entrance
crash
has the
this
lawnmower
engine.
beside it.
You've never seen
Oh,
the
the
inside of a
lawnmower.
deprogramming chamber. I won't
But,
go
like-
inside
That
of
that
another.
weapon was impossible to use if you were escorting someone, because
opportunity
by
where we can
god, they would just like
replenish our
lawnmower me.
Follow the
Yeah.
leads and gather what resources you
Basically,
can.
a tip I
I'll run
picked
through our
up
contacts and
from
see what
watching a
favors
Let's
I can
Play
pull
was
in. We're going to
survivors
have
are
all the
very
advantages we can
decent
find
with
in 10
guns,
days.
and they have unlimited ammo with guns. So just give them guns. Give them an Uzi and they will kill for days.
Clear the path.
Yeah. They probably do.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like the smart idea. The only guy in that game I ever hated was, pardon me, ooh, that was, oh god. I'm dying.
The
My
only guy I ever hated was Burp.
To network security.
My
And
entire
their
body
terminals
just
are
started
full of
turning
interesting
inside out. I'm
information.
sorry.
Is it Otis by any chance?
No, it was the guy with the pistol and the camera.
Oh, the cameraman. Yeah, Kent.
Kent, that's it. I fucking hated him.
He's an
His
annoying.
little laugh made me want to fucking murder him, so I got the sledgehammer and I did. I sledgehammered him in the head until he was dead, took his gun, gave it to someone else.
Best.
That showed that I was the better cameraman, obviously, because
Yeah,
I
oh.
didn't get hit with a fucking
But
hammer.
yeah, I became very, very good at the game, mainly because I had the chainsaw, like the mini chainsaw you get from beating the clown,
Yep.
and
The
turns
guy
out,
who gets stuck on that ride is great.
yeah,
Get me off of here! The mini chainsaws, though, were a godsend of a weapon in that game. Especially when you'd spent the last 5 minutes trying to fight zombies with a fucking bench. 'Cause- oh, that does not work for long. Favorite things about Dead Rising are the amount of things you can do to zombies in that game. Like, finding the shower heads and stabbing it into them and just watching them shower blood. Or putting Lego heads on them, or cones, and then taking pictures of them. But, like, I feel like that was, especially when it came out, that was the game people needed to just, like, you don't need an excuse to just walk in and kill everything you see.
yeah.
It's just like, yeah, kill them all, they're zombies. You've got an entire shopping mall, go nuts. Dress yourself up however you want, we don't care.
Yeah.
Also, I noticed at the left you've got two characters and it says like 8 AP and 0 AP, but I thought it said BAP and OAP. I was like, who's BAP and why are they calling you an old age pensioner?
I am an old age pensioner. Right, what am I doing? Okay, so go here. Can I steal? Don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing that. Go.
Let's see. Reports. Super Game Fighter. not knowing what he's doing. Submit report. Super Game Fighter is now banned. Signed Twitch. Cool. I did it. I saved us all.
Oh, thank God.
That's like the equivalent of like the hero being like, "Don't worry, guys, I stabbed the villain," and just some dude with a knife hanging out his face, like, "Thank God for that, right?" And then just like falling onto his face, and they're like, "Huh, I guess he didn't know he was the bad guy the whole time." Have you pressed L3 for tactical view?
I have not, no. Wait, what? I did not. Oh, crap. Oh, no, wait.
Crack.
I accidentally hacked the wrong computer, but it's fine. I had enough power.
Nice.
Good job. You got the site list.
What else can we talk? Oh, me and Scarlett recently watched all the new, like not really new, but like, pardon me, the new DLC characters for Mortal Kombat XL. So like Leatherface, the Predator, Alien, Jason Voorhees, and like Borai Cho and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We watched all their fatalities. Oh boy, that game. If parents back when like the arcade one were complaining about how fucking brutal it is, I can only imagine how much like just salty, bitter inside tears they have now, because I've seen the insides of more people and aliens than I've ever cared to see before, and it's brilliant. Like, I've not played the new one, but it looks really good, and there's a lot of cool characters in it.
Right.
But I definitely feel like NetherRealm were like, guys, let's just fuck everyone up. Give everyone internal organs that we can pull out, and then everyone at NetherRealm high-fived.
Yeah, I've not played the new Mortal Kombat. Just knock out this guard again. Because I can. I actually have no idea where I'm supposed to... I know I'm supposed to leave, but I don't know where leaving is. You know, where does leave take place even? Is it over here? Gonna peek. No, not a clue. It's fine. 'Cause I've reached half an hour.
No.
Invisible Ink is probably going to be a very, very, very good game once I learn it. But I am absolutely exhausted. I would have liked to play it more, but there's no way I'm going to be able to figure it out in my current state of disarray.
That's one woman. I'm scrolling through adverts and it says never underestimate a woman who loves Stitch. This is one of those shitty Facebook adverts. But
Yeah.
I'd say that's one word for it. It was like, that's one woman.
I mean, there is one woman there, so you're not wrong. But
That's one woman. Jesus fucking Christ. I think I'm in a worse state of disarray than even you are. I can't words properly.
Also, Invisible Ink is the third game you can platinum from this month's offerings.
It looks like the only one so far that I would genuinely throw myself into attempting to platinum.
Well,
I said attempting there because I got a really weird like chest pain. You know the kinds you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one of those, and it made me words funny.
So.
No laugh, please.
Ha
Betrayed me. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your you. Dishonor on your cows, you.
Also, could I just point out something?
No.
Remember how when I streamed Rogue Legacy, I wasn't very good.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to show you something.
Man, I'm fucking hippity hyped, yo.
I keep looking at the camera, being like posing. Then remember, there's not a camera there. I'm not on camera.
Rogue Legacy. Defeat the last boss.
Right. I am pretty good at this game when no one's watching. I still have to do all the post-game content, which is hard. But, you know...
So, I mean, like, what? It was... 4 days ago you played it last time on stream.
Yeah.
And you fucking died at least every single time, sometimes in the dumbest ways possible.
Yeah.
4 days later, you're like, look at this, I've finished the game.
My favorite thing is
boss-wise.
These 4 trophies are rarer than the one for playing the game for 20 hours. I beat the game in 14 hours, 14 minutes.
Isn't there a speedrun of the game that's like 13 minutes?
Yeah, there are people... so a guy who I actually subscribe to on Twitch, Smite, used to hold the world record for Rogue Legacy at about 13 minutes. There's also people who have beat the entire game with the character you play as in the tutorial.
Wow.
I think not the tutorial, like the first character you get is always the same. Sir Lee. Yeah, who has no buffs whatsoever.
You can win it as him?
Apparently it is very boring to watch, but yes.
But I mean, it sounds fucking impressive.
Yeah. But enough of Rogue Legacy, we'll get to that when I am closer to the platinum. That's not a month, by the way, because I think Rogue Legacy was picked... No, that's a lie. I think Rogue Legacy was picked when we did Everybody's Gone to the Rapture's platinum. But enough of Rogue Legacy for now. I beat that last night, by the way, like 3 in the morning.
I'm impressed at you.
So, we're going to go through all the games that we played today. I played today. And we're going to give our, first impressions, reviews of each game. Tiny Troopers Joint Ops. What did you think?
No.
Yeah, I can see some people liking it. Oh, and there's a...
You said ond?
Ond. Yeah, I can see some people liking it, but it's not for me. It's...
No.
Ugh. And the fact that, I did delete the game, kind of.
Yeah.
Stories, The Path of Destinies.
I forgot what one that was.
That's the one where you play as a fox.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looked pretty good, actually.
It was. And got some decent trophies. It even got, a fairly rare trophy for... Be careful and finish the level without taking damage from start to finish after obtaining the book.
Wow.
So
that is
and also
impressive.
The rarest trophy I've got was the spin to win. But yes,
because you and me are the only people that spin around in games. Just pointless spinning.
Well, that is how you judge a good game.
Of course.
It is 1.4% of players have got the platinum, which is not bad for...
Be part of that 1.4%?
Maybe. It's on the list. It is number 96 on the list. But considering it's like a random choice.
Yeah. But I mean, that's still a 1 in 96 chance of it ever being the one.
1 in 99. There's 99.
There's the other games.
Yeah, and I need to. Well, Last of Us will most likely get replaced by Watch Dogs 2, which I'm most likely going to buy.
Yeah.
But yeah, stories. I liked it.
Yeah, I'd give it a yes out of yes.
That is a high score. Color Guardians.
The
one with the colors.
Honestly, I can see why people would enjoy it. It's not my kind of thing, though. I feel like I'd rather play, like, Rayman.
Fair enough.
I mean, you played it physically. I don't know how well it controls for, like...
I mean,
the
just...
jump in between lane and shit.
Is literally just pressing up and down, and then pressing the right button for the right color. So it's not, like, complicated controls, but it's, like... It can get quite tough, like... Because sometimes you have to quickly switch between colors, and you can panic if you don't get it right, and stuff like that. However, 3.3% of players have the platinum. Again, it's a sign it's a fairly easy platinum. Especially since, this includes all the people who've been playing it for the first time in PlayStation Plus, so...
Yeah, like, the platinum percentage isn't super important unless it's a game that's like...
People have bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, especially if it's a free game, like, you shouldn't look at the platinum percentage too seriously, because there'll be a lot of people that just booted it up and then didn't play it afterwards, but they get added into the calculation for the percentage.
Yeah. Like, for instance, BioShock is a 2.8%. Yeah. And that's like a decent... But then BioShock's an old game, so that makes... Anyway, Hypervoid, you've played it before.
I wasn't taken by it. I thought it was quite boring.
Yeah. Again, shmups are not my thing.
Yeah, I liked how it went a different kind of route with the changing level shapes and stuff.
Yeah. There was one level I think you're away for where, like, the level was curved, so you would shoot straight, but it would go, like, straight and then up.
I've played that level.
I liked that level. And there's probably
I like how it does play around with, like, the shape of the level and, like, your power-ups and stuff. I like how you have to time when you hit them to get the different types of power-ups.
Yeah. But,
and did you get... I didn't see you playing it, but did you get the power-up that fires all of your weapons at once?
Power Surge.
Yeah, that is a cool power-up, and I liked that one.
Yeah.
It's probably a game that... Does it have a platinum? I can't remember. No. I'll probably play it a little bit here and there, but it would be one of those ones that's kind of like... after you've just played a really big game, or you've played a lot of something, you're like, what can I wind down with? It feels like that's what that is.
And the last game, Invisible Ink.
I'm going to say, yeah, it looks pretty brilliant, actually. It looks like a lot of fun, but it does look like one that you'll have to... You can't go into being, well, super tired, for one thing.
Yeah.
Because it takes a bit of a tactical mind.
Yeah.
But it does definitely feel like the kind of tactical game that I feel like people these days definitely need.
I mean, it's a successful game. It sold pretty well, from what I remember.
Especially competing against games like XCOM.
Yeah. But I think seems unique. And, I like spy stuff. I like this... The art style and the fact that it's a spy thing kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, a slightly grittier Archer.
Yeah, a little bit.
Especially since, the person who's, like, giving you missions...
Guy, yeah.
No, the person giving you missions is an old lady.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, the dude who you see in the front cover.
Yeah, who's also called Decker, which is kind of, it ends with
I think it's kind of what they were going for a little bit. Like, you have to have a little bit of a nod to it.
Well, since Archer is, like, a very popular show, so...
That's true.
What do you think the percentage is for this platinum?
Judging by the others, I'd say maybe 2.3.
0.1.
Wow.
There are about 8 or 9 trophies that are all 0.1% of players.
Well, yeah, actually, it's a strategy game.
Yeah.
It's not one of those ones that you can kind of cheese to get the platinum.
Yeah.
Because, well, I just looked at one of the trophies, survive 5 days in endless mode. Like, you would just have to learn the game to do that.
Mm-hmm. But it's not a game I want to play more of. It is on my list because I never think about, difficulty when I put games on the platinum list.
Yeah.
Hence Rogue Legacy.
Final Fantasy 15, do you think?
Oh yeah, it's going to be an easy platinum. You do it all in one playthrough.
You're 41% of the way there, actually, I've just seen.
Yep, and I do every single side quest I can see. And honestly, the hardest one is so each one of the 4 characters has their own skill they can do outside of battling.
Yeah.
I won't say too much. But one of them is 2 of them update automatically just as you play the game. One of them you have to do. I'm really bad when it comes to being vague. I can never find the middle ground between being too,
not giving enough away or not giving too much.
Yeah, but basically there's one that is Noctis has a skill that is a mini game. That's how you level that one up. That's going to be the hardest one. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah, actually, no. Apparently, more people have the other 2 levels. But I don't. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. That one might be the hardest one, just because I never really take time to do the mini game. I'm too busy doing other stuff. But no, Final Fantasy 15 is a really good game, and yeah, I'll easily platinum it. Because I'm at the point where where I'm at in the story, all the end, because I've done so many side quests, I'm kind of overpowered.
See, that's a good sign, though. That means that, 1, you've clearly been enjoying the game because you're outscaling the game.
Yeah.
And 2, it's clearly an interesting game to have kept you doing so much without progressing.
Yeah. I've not played it in a couple of days because I've not played it since I came to Aberdeen. So I've not played it since about Sunday, I think. I'll probably play some of it tomorrow.
But I mean, at least it's a game that you can happily jump into. There are some games that, I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like I have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah. Another good thing about Final Fantasy 15, there's going to be paid DLC, but they're also, apparently the game's success has allowed the director to add in new free updates as he sees fit. So he's adding new stuff, including new story elements for free. So
see, I feel like that's what they need to do. They need to add in paid stuff, but also add in free stuff for people who don't want to pay more, I guess.
Yeah.
Because some people have got it as a game. Everyone will have got it as a game. You can't get Final Fantasy 15 as anything else at the moment, I don't think.
Well, I've got it as a interpretive dance show.
Oh, I was gonna get it as a sandwich.
Yeah, but then it's over in 2 minutes.
Have you seen the size of that sandwich?
I mean, it's a big sandwich, but have you seen the size of my appetite? No, you haven't, because it is not a physical thing.
Touché.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people have gotten it as a present as well, so having to pay for more content when you finished it might not be available to them.
Yeah.
So adding in new free things is kind of cool as well.
Yeah. You mentioned present. I need to check something, though I'm not connected to the internet on the 3DS. But they've introduced like yeah. Yeah, I've turned off the wireless. But this is going well off topic now, but this will be the last thing I talk about, and then I'm gonna shut off the stream. So they've introduced like missions for like online missions on Pokemon. I don't know if you've been to the Festival Plaza yet.
Yep. I've just unlocked the 5th level, so I've got like missions and stuff now, and I can't remember what else I unlocked.
But have you done like the game sync stuff and?
No, not yet. I haven't connected my 3DS to the internet yet.
But yeah, they've done a global mission where like everybody who's like done the sync up can contribute.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like anything story related, so and like they did announce it publicly, but like, the idea is like they want everybody in the whole world to catch 100 million Pokemon.
Wow.
By the 12th of December, I think it was, or like the 15th or something.
Yeah.
I see one very major problem with that.
What's that?
A lot of people, especially children, will be getting this game for Christmas. Last I checked, this was like 5 days into the mission, and there was 5 million. Granted, that a lot of people probably have not like synced their game, because you have to go into the festival, then sign up to like a website, like sign into like your website on your Pokemon account if you've got one, and blah 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 blah. It's quite a lot of steps, but like you'd think they would wait until after Christmas.
Maybe they'll have a similar one for after Christmas. Maybe this is like the trial run that maybe they know it's not going to work.
Yeah, but like you'd think it'd be kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
But Pokemon Sun and Moon though is a very good game.
Yep. So out of the PlayStation Plus games that we got this month, Final Fantasy 15 and Pokemon Sun and Moon are the best ones.
Yep. Yep, that's about it.
There we go.
Before we go, is there any games you're looking to pick up over the holiday season?
I honestly have no clue.
Fair enough.
Usually,
Sorry.
I'm just like, if I see a game and I want it, I'm like, I could get that.
Yeah. But yeah, I know I'm definitely getting Watch Dogs 2, and that's apparently going to be discounted on the deals, the 12 deals of Christmas.
Have they said how much these discounts are going to be?
No, because they're meant to be surprises. But
right.
some Russian guy, like a few days before the deal started, posted a list being like, oh, these are the games that are going to be, and this is the order they're going to be in. And he has been completely right so far. But right now, I think Skyrim is about 50% off. Dishonored 2 was about 50% off. Rise of the Tomb Raider was £21. And I really wish I had money, because apparently that game is fantastic.
Yeah, so I've heard.
But yeah, so I'm hoping Watch Dogs will be at least a third off. Apparently Watch Dogs 2 is really good as well, like much better than Watch Dogs. Yeah, which I did not really like.
Yeah.
It was too dark and gritty, and I think Watch Dogs 2 does two things well. Apparently, it's a fun game for one, and there's no towers you have to climb.
Thank God for that.
The Ubisoft towers are apparently not a thing. But yeah, so I always buy a game on Christmas Eve as well, and it's going to be Watch Dogs 2, but Watch Dogs 2 is going to be on sale beforehand, so I'm either going to get...
Be Final Fantasy 15 again.
Yeah, so I'm going to No, I'm thinking about either Rise of the Tomb Raider or The Last Guardian.
I've heard that The Last Guardian is really good.
I've heard that it is really good in spite of itself.
Oh.
I've heard the control scheme is. I've heard the controls are wonky, but it works. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of those games where, like, yeah, the controls don't work very well, but it's fine because the game that somehow works with the game. It's like, I don't know, but yeah, Last Guardian looks fine. I don't know if I would normally pick it up at full price, but it's a Christmas edition. I always buy a game on Christmas Eve, so it'll be one of those two. Most likely Tomb Raider though, because it's cheaper. Anyway, I was going to finish like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, you were.
But yeah, thank you, Blake, yet again for joining me. This one will actually be on YouTube because we didn't have any technical issues.
Yes.
Well
We
done.
did it, fellas.
Well done, OBS. Well done.
Just watch as your entire computer catches fire now, just in spite of your celebration.
Oh, it's been on fire for the past 3 hours and it's still going. That's good
It
going.
must be really warm.
Oh, I'm very toasty. So yeah, they'll be uploaded onto StewTube over the next 5 days, and this is how I am going to cheat in my Advent calendar.
Nice.
Because I need a break from recording new stuff,
Yeah, don't blame you.
and I'm also a day behind, and I'm also ill, and I'm also
Yeah.
starting work on Saturday. So yeah, next 5 days. Of course, if you're listening to this is the 5th video. You know this.
You made it.
Yeah. Good going. Subscribe, please. I like.
The Blue Peter badge is on the way, but we didn't use a trustable courier service, so don't be surprised if it never shows up.
We use Yodel.
So yeah, it's probably gonna get thrown into somebody else's garbage.
Actually, Yodel's really good if you tweet at them to complain, and then you get your package within hours. I did this like in first year. I ordered a TV, and then I was just like, I just said on like Twitter, "Oh, Yodel's not delivering my package. What a bunch of wanks." I didn't say that, but like, and then someone from Yodel was like, "Hey, what's your tracking number?" And I was like, "It's this," and they were like, "Oh, yeah, we haven't like put it out for delivery yet. We'll get on that right away." And then yeah, the next day it was outside my door. It's like,
Wow.
yeah.
They really spat on it.
Well, I don't care. I spat on them. Anyway, that is it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for games. Thank you for me. Goodbye.
Good me.
And